Alright, the first thing you want to do is not bother with manual bidding if you have a budget of $500 to $300. Manual bidding just doesn't work on low budgets. You can't have $50 budgets. You can't have, $50, $100 budgets on manual bidding. It's better to have one big fat manual bidding ad set. It's basically a leveled competition. You're probably confused what I meant by leveled competition. So for an example, let's say your budget is $500 on a manual bidding ad set. What is basically going to happen is you'll be bidding against everyone else with a budget of $500. So in order to get traffic, you're going to need to have a high bid cap. So basically you'll be bidding against everyone with a $500 budget. The person with the high bid will get first dibs on that traffic. This person has a bid of $30. You have a bid of $25. This person is going to get all the higher quality traffic and you're basically going to get his sloppy seconds. If your budget is low, you're going to be dealing with a lot of amateurs. So you basically want to just have a high bid to outcompete everyone. Now, if you have basically a budget of $500 and someone else has a budget of say $300, but the person with the lower budget has the higher bid, the person with the higher budget will take priority despite the lower person having a higher bid. Now, does that mean you should go to higher budgets to get less competition? My answer to that is yes and no. Yes, you'll get less competition, cheaper CPMs. No, because there's a chance that you'll be basically overspending. Let's say you put a budget of $10,000. You obtained all the 30 purchases, say within the first $1,000 spent at a fast and very low cost per purchase, but now you'll have 90% of the budget remaining. So Facebook will be basically blowing your budget on random people in that audience. So it's going to go ahead and just spend your money fast. And as a result, you're going to be blowing and wasting a lot of money on random people. So yes, you can technically stay up to 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. See Facebook go ahead and just basically get you a bunch of cheap purchases really fast at a really low cost per purchase. And the moment you see a spike in cost per purchase, just shut down the manual bidding. That's one way to do it, but you'll just have to be like a hawk and just stare at your ad set. But that's definitely a tactic that you could go ahead and implement yourself. Tips: 1. Have a budget of at least $300. 2. Test different levels and test different bids. You want to be basically playing around with your budget, your bids, and just learn it, because manual bidding is really hard to master. It's like a beast that you need to tame, and for every product it's going to be different, but eventually you'll find that sweet spot, that sweet budget, that sweet bid, and once it's at its sweet spot, you'll be making so much money. 3. This is probably one of the most important tips I have for you. Manual bidding is all about feeling it out and using your intuition. When you look at bids, you want to look at your cost per purchase, look at your budget spent at that time. You want to look at the speed that your budget is being spent, and you want to match it up with the current bid and budget you have. And you want to use your intuition, whether to up the bid, up the budget, decrease the bid, change the budget, and you just want to feel it out. This is something that can only be obtained through experience. So manual bidding is definitely something for the higher players, but I definitely recommend those who want to master manual bidding on their own, definitely spend money, test it out, build that intuition, build that gut feeling to know when to increase your bids, when to increase the budget, etc. It's definitely something that I really recommend you guys to just learn yourself.